Good afternoon and welcome. It is such a pleasure to see so many smiling faces ready to celebrate your weekend, your graduation, your honors, and your accolades. It is a real pleasure to see the amount of parents and families. Our faculty are here in the front row and beyond. Thank you for joining us today. I'm Barbara Ritter, Dean of the Davis College of Business and Technology, and this is our 2025 Undergraduate Awards and Recognition Ceremony. This afternoon, not yet, in a minute. Okay, now, go ahead. Now. Your hands are going to get tired, I promise you. Supposed to save that, but it's all right. Hopefully you practiced ahead of time. This afternoon, we will be honoring students for their leadership, academic excellence, and dedication to their field of study. It is a privilege for us to share this momentous occasion with you, and you deserve a big round of applause for your accomplishments. See, what did I say? Always a bittersweet moment for us who are on staff here at the college because we spent 4 or 5 or maybe 6 years with you. And we hate to see you go, but we love to see the success that you're about to achieve based on what you've already done here with us. You built a really strong foundation, and our faculty have been in the classroom, your coaches in the athletic fields, and all of the co-curriculars that you've enhanced your experience here at the university. We know that you're prepared for whatever life might throw you next. First, let's recognize our graduating student ambassadors. Our Student Ambassador Program was created and managed 2017 by our very own Heather Heston, Director of Undergraduate Student Success in the Davis Center. They are an elite group of student leaders who volunteer to represent the college. This diverse group of students work together to promote the college and enhance student engagement through various events. Their purpose is to create a welcoming and engaging atmosphere for students and our visitors while exemplifying our mission, our vision, and our values. We are excited to recognize and thank this year's graduating students for their time and efforts as they served as our ambassadors. If you would please stand if you are an ambassador, we will be happy to recognize you. Thank you. Thank you. We have a small gift and a token of our appreciation. When we're all done here today on the table over to this side. Let's move on to our award ceremony. When your name is called, please do come up to the podium, and after you've been presented with your award, we'll step over here to take your picture. Please welcome to the podium, Captain Dewey.
Thank you, Dean Ritter, and again, let me add my welcome to everybody and my congratulations to all the graduates. You know, I've become fond of saying that when I graduated from JU a million years ago, all these smart students and I never would have met. We traveled in much different circles, it seems. But first, we have some awards for the School of Aviation, and then we will give an MRTC award. The first award up is the Captain Jeff Harrison call sign Sundance Leadership Award. A little bit about Captain Harrison. He retired Navy captain after 26 years as a naval aviator. He flew the A-7E Corsair, and in fact, he got the last operational carrier landing in the A-7E. After that, he taught here for 15 years, where he was a DCOB Professor of the Year twice, flight team coach, and he was named the National Intercollegiate Flying Association Coach of the Year 1 year. So he is endowed a leadership award, and this year we're very proud to award it to Harper Mead. Now a little bit about Harper. She's from New Hampshire. She's been involved in leadership positions in the flight team as captain and Women in Aviation as president. She was a pilot in command of our Women's Air Race Classic team last year. And she's already started her professional career as a pilot. She's a flight instructor with our flight vendor, Akron Aviation, out at Craigfield. Our second award is the Michael J. McKinney Flight Team Outstanding Flight Team Member of the Year Award. And a little bit about Mr. McKinney, he is another former naval aviator, and he founded Logistics Services International, LSI, which you may be familiar with if you're from Jacksonville. Huge company that does military training and a lot of other things involving aircraft maintenance and that type of stuff. He was also a former member of the Jacksonville University Board of Trustees, and for many, many years, he was the sole sponsor of our flight team. Without Michael McKinney, we would not have a history of a flight team that goes back past about 6 years. So he's the outstanding member of the flight team is named after him, and that's awarded to Michael DeFeedy this year. A little bit about Michael. That's why I'm wearing a suit, because I knew Michael would wear a suit. Have to do that. He's from Leesburg, Florida, another great student, involved in the flight team, also one of the captains, and the manager of the flight team is president of Alpha Eta Rho, which is our co-ed professional aviation fraternity. He was an Eagle Scout. He spent time teaching scouts to get them prepared for their aviation merit badge. And he too is an instructor for Akron Aviation. He started his professional career while still a student here as well. Okay, moving along to our Aviation Management Student of the Year, Joshua Kutcher. Josh is an active duty gunnery sergeant in the United States Marine Corps. And if you want to call him Gunny, you got to do it today, because tomorrow he becomes Second Lieutenant Josh Kutcher of the United States Marine Corps. He spent his time in the Marine Corps as an aviation technician and quality assurance specialist, primarily with helicopters, and then has been here getting spectacular grades at JU. Again, we never would have met had we gone to school together. He's been part of the DCOP Top 25, Pi Kappa Phi Honor Society, Dean's List, President's List, and volunteers at his church for many hours, all while being the father of a family of 4 children he and his bride are raising. The youngest of which is 2. So if you're looking for a busy guy, look for Josh. And last but not least, our AVO of the year, Aviation Management and Flight Operations, is Mr. Jake Owens. Jake's not with us here today because, being the smart fellow that he is, he's at his wife's graduation from the University of North Florida. Wise beyond his years. But as the top AVO, you imagine Jake's not only got a great GPA, but he's also been involved in a number of different things. He was an aviation tutor. He was on the flight team, DCOP Top 25, one of the Dean's Fellows, and he is presently starting the dream. He's a first officer for Endeavor Airlines. So congratulations to Jake, and we'll get him his award. And now for the Naval Science Award, I would like to introduce Lieutenant Megan Maloney, another naval aviator from the ROTC unit. So, Lieutenant Maloney.
Good afternoon. RTC is very excited to be here. We fall under the DCOM. So this is our first year getting to present our award. I was told to make it short, otherwise I could tell you loads and loads of things about what our mission has accomplished for us during her 4 years here. We're very proud. So we're honored to present this award to Midshipman Erin Coleman for her outstanding performance across all pillars of NRTC. That's her academic performance, her physical fitness, military aptitude, and her overall leadership performance. Erin has consistently inspires those around her. She truly reflects the best of our battalion. Congratulations, we can't wait to see what you do in the fleet.
Hi, I'm Dr. Catherine Megan, and I am presenting the award for the Accounting Outstanding Student of the Year. This is Allison Carter, and unfortunately she can't be with us, maybe not unfortunately because she's on the softball team and she's playing Queen's University right now. I hope she's making one of her famous diving catches in the outfield. So just a few words about her in the classroom. She's always been an active participant in the class. I can always count on her, and one of those students that always just gives you a little something extra. Everything that she turned in, all her assignments, there's just something beyond your expectations. She is going to be interning for RSM in McLean, Virginia. She's actually from near where I grew up. And she's doing this in the business tax services. So she's smart, took my advice and went for tax. Tax is the best, right? Okay, so she was in our grad program. So she's going to be continuing on through the graduate program and finishing up on her way to getting a CPA license eventually. So yay, Allison. Dr.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm here to present the Outstanding Award for major in Business Administration. And the recipient is Diana Zeke. Unfortunately, she cannot be with us. She is working for a law firm downtown. So she has a good reason not to be here, I guess. I had the pleasure of having Diana in one of my classes, and I have to say, although she was very quiet, she was one of my top students. She was always on time, she was always present and consistent throughout, and very polite. She has been doing quite a bit of volunteer work at her church. And while at JU, she was also an intern for Alana Forte. So she was very involved. When I asked her if she would share with me if she had a favorite course at JU and a favorite professor, I was sure she was going to say, "You, Dr. Potter." So I set my feelings aside, and I still decided to tell you her class. Her favorite class was the executive leadership course, and my good friend and colleague, Dr. Julius Dance. So let's congratulate Diana Zeke on being the outstanding student in business administration. Thank you, everybody. And please invite Dr. Vika Sakharov for the outstanding student in data and business analytics. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's an honor to be here as we celebrate the excellence in our academic community. The award goes to, we're going to change. So I'm going to keep it secret for the time being.
Oh, it's right there.
So award goes to Amanda Cunningham. Congratulations, Amanda.
Just to
Just to tell you a little about her, this award recognizes exceptional talent and dedication in the field of business analytics. And Amanda not only demonstrated outstanding technical ability in business analytics, but also showed remarkable leadership and motivation throughout her tenure at JU. She has served as captain of the Women's Division 1 beach volleyball team and as her team's sack lady. And she has been recognized as DCOP Top 25 Students, Dean's Fellow, and member of the Scholars Program for her academic excellence. So it's with great pride that I present this award to Amanda Cunningham. Congratulations. So now I invite Dr. Willett.
Good afternoon. I'm Dr. Anne-Marie Kent-Willett, and it's my pleasure to be with you this afternoon to honor the Communication Student of the Year. Aristotle reminds us that excellence is not an act, but a habit. And this student has exemplified excellence throughout her time here at JU, both in the classroom, in the community, and on our campus. As she completes her 4 years with her degree in communication and a minor in film, she leaves with a near perfect GPA. Her time here on campus also includes leadership, leading JU's student media, the Dolphin Channel Media, as well as a student organization, Delight Ministries. When she graduates, after she graduates this summer, she'll be joining Delight Ministries and traveling throughout North America, representing the national organization. Her work in the classroom has been recognized on a national scale, not once, but twice, honored by the National Council for Undergraduate Research. She was involved in a program that was funded by the EPIC grant, which is part funded by the state of Florida, where she worked on a project for 2 years, partnering with environmental toxicology and communication. It's my pleasure to honor and welcome the Communication Student of the Year, Ella McFadden. Now it's my pleasure to introduce my colleague, Dr. Daphne Wang, who also has been recently recognized as the JU Professor of the Year.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Daphne Wang, Associate Professor of Finance. So that is my pleasure to introduce the next 2 award winners, one in finance and one in fintech. So let's start from the first one, finance. So most of my undergraduate students don't come to their way into my finance classes until sophomore or junior. But Faith, she found me in the first semester of HLU. So full of questions about finance courses and professional designation, and everything in between. I remember thinking, wow, she's really serious. She just barely started. So Faith, she is a finance major with a minor in English. She just won a portfolio manager last week in my investment class. So which means she can manage your portfolio and also correct your grammar. That's why I call well-rounded. I was happy to be her faculty advisor for her major and establish a close relationship with her. She's finished her undergraduate degree in just 3 years and heading straight to the graduate program. Along the way, she's earned the president's list every year, served as Dean's Fellow, a Zimmern Scholar, and was named one of the DCOP top 25 students. She's also the student vice president of the Honor Student Association, Phi Kappa Phi, and the Beta Alpha Psi Honor Society. This semester, she also completed an honor thesis with me on ANCO and present at the JU Research and Scholar Symposium. On top of that, she worked as a peer tutor, intern at Miller Electronics last summer, and has been their intern coordinator since last August. When I asked her what she's gonna do for this summer, she said, teaching a new intern how to use a printer, and also how to networking. So that is the classic of Faith. Smart, helpful, and always thinking ahead. So Faith stands out for her academic excellence, leadership, and positive energy. She's hardworking, thoughtful, and true example of what we expect for all our students can become. Congratulations, Faith. We are so proud of you. So the next one, Jack Nair, is a fintech major. I'm sorry he cannot be here. He's a golf player, probably play golf somewhere. He's an international student from London, England, and also a star on the JU men's golf team. In fact, he was named team captain this year. Jack is a double major in finance and fintech. I have the pleasure of being his advisor for both majors. Let me say that fintech is not easy major. It mixes finance, computer science, and business analytics. But Jack handled it like a pro. He took my investment class and the financial statement analysis class and really impressed me with how sharp and analytical he is. His style pitching, nailed it. Now, being a student athlete is no joke. Between early morning practices, tournament, travel, and the classes, it's a lot of juggle. But Jack always show up focused, hardworking, and ready to learn. He made a dean's list and then one of the DCAP top 25 students this year. Jack also joined our student investment fund, helped manage $1 million of endowment. So while he did not just participate, he led. My finance colleague said he took charge and really motivated his team. Jack, you have done an incredible job balancing it all with the leadership, dedication, and a great attitude. We are so proud of you. Thank you. Next is my colleague, Selene Ho. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I'm Dr. Stanislaus Hall, Associate Professor of International Business and Marketing. I'll be presenting the Outstanding Student Award for International Business, and the winner is Mr. Adam Calder. So the first time Adam took one of my classes, I immediately noticed how attentive, respectful, and a well-spoken student he was. Over the years, I didn't only witness him as a great student, but also realized that he was a rising star on campus. He was the manager for Jets Redwell, our campus recreation and wellness center. He was the founder and president of Bridge Jets, which is a chapter of Bridge USA. With his leadership, Bridge Jets organized events on campus to promote civil dialogue on political issues. One of them was an event where Jacksonville Mayor Don Madigan came to the campus to speak to our students. Adam was also a member of Catholic Dolphins and the American Sign Language Club. In addition to all this wonderful work, he had internships at different organizations during his years at JU. One of them was with Bridge USA. It's hard not to recognize his hardworking, calm, and respectful spirit, so he was offered a full-time marketing position upon graduation. Your professors are so proud of you, Adam. Keep making us proud and keep being a wonderful role model to your peers. Congratulations. Next up is Dr. Zoe Lee, and she'll be presenting the Outstanding Award for Management Major.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. It is my great pleasure to present exceptional individual whose time at JU has been defined by extraordinary academic excellence, strong leadership, and deep commitment to service. Matthew Griggle. Okay. Originally from Annapolis, Maryland, Matthew pursued a major in management and a minor in naval science, a very unique combination. So I was wondering about how that academic path defined, and you will understand it because it is based on a good strategic plan to serve as the Marine Corps officer in the future. So Matthew, let's start with his academic achievements. So in the past 2 years, Matthew maintained a perfect GPA score, and in my class, he is one of the top students that I have ever worked with. So his exceptional intelligence, discipline, integrity, and the pursuit of excellence just set him apart. And Matthew is also the recipient of the highly competitive 4-year NROTC Marine Option Scholarship. And last summer, he successfully completed the Marine Corps Officer Candidate School. So you should know better than me regarding how physically and mentally demanding this training program is. Good job, Matthew. And beyond the academics and the trainings, Matthew has demonstrated the strong leadership. As the president of his fraternity, he helped raise $13,000, right, in support of the local fire department. So I think that's a credible example of his servant leadership in action. Good job, Matthew. And beyond all those, yeah, beyond all those, Matthew is a person of many talents who plays the best guitar. Just let us know if you perform during the weekend. And also, he has a lot of good things, like the unconventional 5-decker couch. I just realized how limited my imagination is while picturing that. Okay, so Matthew is an extraordinarily intelligent, self-driven, and his leadership is authentic and inspiring. Good news, this office will report to the business school in Virginia and to begin his next step serving as a Marine Corps officer. Thanks for your service to the nation. So let me please join me in congratulations to the achievement. Okay, so next, please let me introduce my dear colleague, Dr. Toseva.
Hello, I'm here to present the outstanding student in marketing. Irina Toteva, I'm professor in marketing. So this student took 4 classes with me. So that's the biggest accomplishment. This student is also on the volleyball team. She's been on the team's list. She has shown her leadership skills on the court. I love to watch her play. She has persevered through some of the most challenging assignments in my class. For example, in my sales class, we have to practice for a sales competition with a grueling artificial intelligence, and she completed over 100 role plays with this artificial intelligence. She's always very attentive in class, always paying attention, always looking with curiosity, and always communicating with me if she's gonna miss class, always. So I really appreciate that. And last but not least, I hear she gets her persistence and dedication from her dad. Madison Clark.
everyone, and thank you for being here. Dr. Felcher of Sport Business. So, carpe diem, we've all heard that in sports. Seize the day, seize the opportunity. That's exactly what this year's outstanding student in sport business has done, every single step of the way. From classroom to community, she has not only chased opportunities, but created them, blazing a path of excellence, integrity, and impact. As a grad-to-grad student, she consistently demonstrated academic distinction, earning spots on both the president's and the dean's list. She was selected for the Dean's Fellow Program and was a top 25 honorable mention, where she stood out as a driven scholar and emerging leader. But she didn't stop there. She served as student president of Phi Kappa Phi and a distinguished member of Beta Gamma Sigma, the International Business Honor Society, recognizing the top 10% business students worldwide. And near and dear to my heart, she was instrumental in founding the Women in Sport Business Club, where she served as an inaugural executive board member and helping the next generation of women in the field feel empowered and seen. With each title, each meeting, each step forward, she has led with both heart, hustle, with a smile on her face, and purpose in her stride. Please join me in celebrating a scholar, a trailblazer, an extraordinarily young woman with amazing fashion sense too. This year's outstanding student in sport business, Ms. Adriana Falco. And next, Dr. Zach.
I'm Dr. Zhen, Associate Professor in Computer Science and Cybersecurity. It is my honor to present our outstanding student in Computer Science. This student is majoring in Computer Science and minor in Cybersecurity. She's a dedicated NROTC student. Balancing a demanding academic load in military training is not a small feat. Yet she continues to excel in both. She's not only the top student, she's also a student mentor, tutor, and teaching assistant, especially committed to help freshmen and sophomores succeed. Her leadership and willingness to support others stand out in every setting. Congratulations, Abigail Callahan. Abigail's leadership, work ethic, and selfless spirit are a reflection of her future path. She's preparing to serve and protect our nation through a career in U.S. Navy, applying her expertise in computer science and cybersecurity to defend against the threat in digital domain. Abigail exemplifies the next generation of cyber warriors, intelligent, disciplined, and deeply committed to service. Congratulations. It is my honor to present our outstanding student in cybersecurity. This student, I know him 4 years ago. He is an NSF STEM scholar. He is a president for the ACM student chapter, and he's also the president for the UP Computer Science Honor Society. Congratulations, Francisco Carpio. Today, when I prepared this script, I was trying to dig into the application I received from Francisco 4 years ago. So these are the sentences he put in his application 4 years ago. I want to keep people safe from potential dangers when using the internet to help prevent people from others stealing their valuable information. I hoped one day I could be able to work with the government or police force like FBI and CIA. Unfortunately, he's not working in the FBI right now. But he is a cybersecurity analyst in Down and Bradstreet. His day-to-day job is protect networks and preventing cyber attacks, defending people and their information just as he envisioned. Francisco truly embodied the spirit of cybersecurity professional with skills, heart, and integrity of modern day knight. May you continue to carry the spirit throughout your life and career. Let me introduce my colleague, Dr. Emery Selby.
Thank you, Dr. Zhang. It's my pleasure to recognize the two exceptional graduates who represents the best of our engineering programs. And starting with this year's outstanding student in electrical engineering, Fritz Illner. Originally from Fulda, Deutschland, he's graduating with a double major in electrical engineering and physics, as well as a minor in applied math. A very rare academic combination that speaks the volume itself. And in addition to that academic success, Fritz held many different roles in the campus, from residential advisor and desk manager to makerspace worker to research assistant to personal student assistant to our very own Dr. Khan. He represented JU in Florida Undergraduate Research Conference, as well as we traveled together to IEEE robotic competition in Atlanta for his autonomous robots. And also, his senior design team partnered with a biomedical company, KLS Martin International Company, and they developed a testing system and improved their custom software solutions. And he was here all day today before the ceremony to make it German discipline perfect. Just an hour ago, he was in the lab and he just here right now. And also, he's a proud member of student chapter of Institute of Electrical and Electric Engineers. And among his friends, Fritz is known for being well-rounded, respected. Everybody wants to work with him. And he brings that insight, reliability, and unique perspective of that shared with his international background to our JU community. And his next step is towards the other end of I-95. He was a couple of weeks ago accepted, and he's joining graduate electrical engineering program at Boston University, starting August. And a personal note, time to time, I test my poor German skills on him. And he always patiently accepts those. And one last time before you graduate, herzlichen Glückwunsch und alles Gute für die Zukunft.
What did you say?
Congratulations and best wishes for the future.
Yeah.
Or something like that. Takes a Google. Okay. And if Fritz represents the global side of our JU engineering, our next student keeps it right here at Jacksonville. And it's my pleasure to recognize Zachary Howard, our outstanding student of mechanical engineering. Similarly, Zach Zach has also a dual degree in mechanical engineering and engineering physics. And he embodies what it means to being a well-rounded, high-achieving engineer. And similarly, again, like a long list to read, Dean's List and President List, Top 25 of DCOBT, Dean's Fellow, Member of ASME, and Sigma Pi, Sigma Physics Honor Society. And his engineering projects range from kinetic energy harvesting to autonomous mobile robots, which we went together to Atlanta. And he and his team developed in collaboration with local company Gartman Strength to create a digital leg extension system using electrical resistance in place of traditional weights. And he was also involved in social part of JU, being a TA, a site leader, lab assistant, and he had 2 internships focused on startups of R&D, and also worked at Safariland as an engineering coordinator, and earning both associated professional SolidWorks certifications along his way. But a very special thing to Zach and his family is he's a second-generation Dolphin with a very unique blend. His father, Mr. Howard, graduated from accounting, and his sister from aviation. And now he's checking the third bus, the third school under Davis School of Engineering and Technology, and it becomes a Harvard family legacy here at Davis. And he already secured his job at Daytona Beach, Telenin Marine, and will be working as a full-time mechanical engineer, working on subsea technologies. And yes, we are looking forward for the third generation of Harvards. I give the microphone back to the leadership.
Oh, please, a big round of applause for exceptional, outstanding, committed faculty. Students could not have been anything or done anything on the accolades that you've read today without the commitment of our faculty in the classroom. So very much appreciated. So we just have a few more awards to go. Let's begin with the Dean's Award. The Davis College Dean's Award recognizes one student for their outstanding contributions to the quality of the Davis College experience through service, leadership, and spirit. This year's recipient transitioned from a Davis College student ambassador to a Davis College peer advisor. She led her She Fuel team to compete in the 2025 Dolphin Pitch and is also a captain on the Jacksonville University women's lacrosse team. When asking faculty to describe the student, this is what they had to say. Quote, "The student has far exceeded expectations in every class I have taught. She has turned her passion for nonprofit service into her senior project and led a group of other senior students in nonprofit activities. She is the first to step forward to lead teams and is so well respected by her peers in every activity. She is truly deserving of this recognition." Another faculty said, as a quote, "She is an amazing young woman. She has shown a deep commitment to leadership and community engagement. In my classes, she has taken the initiative in group projects and discussions. Additionally, she has made a significant impact through her involvement with the Jets Adaptive Hockey Nonprofit, where she helped raise nearly $2,000 to support children with special needs in learning to play ice hockey." End quote. In addition to working as a peer advisor and competing on the JU women's lacrosse team, this student also worked at the Jacksonville Jags as a staff member on the events and entertainment team, and will be working an internship with the Omni Hotel on Amelia Island this summer, in addition to providing support, even through the summer, in our Davis Center. Her welcoming and helpful personality creates a comfortable atmosphere for the Davis Center Professional Development. We are thankful for this student who will be joining us as she pursues her MBA as our Academic Success Coordinator, Graduate Assistant. Congratulations to our 2025 Dean's Award recipient, Brooke
DiMaggio. I believe is online and she's able to join us today because they have a very important game and she is somewhat distracted by that. So congratulations to Brooke, online somewhere. All right, let's move on to the culmination of our event today with our Student of the Year. This prestigious award, bestowed upon an individual who exemplifies the highest standards of academic excellence, leadership, and community impact, serves as a testament to the values we celebrate in the Davis College. This year's recipient of our Student of the Year award has truly exemplified the values we hold dear and the principles that define our community. Through their exemplary leadership as a top 25 student, Navy option midshipman in the Jacksonville University Navy Reserve Officer Training Corps, Dean's Fellow, tutor, teaching assistant, this student has left an indelible mark on our college and inspired all who had the privilege of working alongside them. This student is truly the kind of student every professor hopes to have and the kind of leader that every team wishes they could work with. Their academic achievements are outstanding, consistently earning the highest grades on assignments and exams, and the engagement in every lesson made the classroom a more vibrant and positive place. What truly sets the student apart, however, is not just their personal excellence, but the way they lift up everyone around them. They've been a reliable, supportive teammate in countless projects, prepared, accountable, and always willing to help their peers. Their leadership is marked not just by strength, but by generosity, leading with kindness and patience and a collaborative spirit that makes every team stronger. This year's recipient will graduate summa cum laude in computing science with minors in cybersecurity and naval science. Without further ado, it is my honor to announce as the Davis College Student of the Year, Abigail Callahan. The stage where you had it. Great job, Abigail. Clearly made a difference in our students, peers, as well as our faculty in the classroom. Thank you so much, Abigail. Okay, as we come to a close, my gracious thanks to each of you that have come here today to celebrate our students. I would like to thank the leadership for the support of our college, as well as to our faculty and the staff who are the impetus for our student success. Thanks especially to Heather Heston, who without this would not be possible. Thank you to the committee and our fabulous chairperson, Dr. Yates, as well as all of you who are members. I know that Kim is out here, Dr. Capriati as well, and others that are in our front row that helped to do the hard work of picking so many exceptional students from such an exceptional pool of others. So appreciative to everyone that put their efforts into this and for all of you that supported your students through the years to get to this point. Before we celebrate with you at the reception in the lobby, we would like to direct the award winners to the table over here on our right. There's a small gift and a certificate package. Don't leave without collecting those. And then we would also like to get a group photo in the lobby before you are gone. I'll see you at graduation tomorrow. Congratulations.
Honor.